Welcome back. Thank you so much for staying with us. CNN News 18 mega exclusive that we're bringing for you right now. The Baloch Liberation Army has launched what it calls Operation 2.0, marking a significant shift in the insurgency in Pakistan's Balochistan, with women taking on active combat roles. The BLA released videos featuring women fighters Asifa and Hawa Baloch ahead of the operations on the 31st of January and 1st of February, highlighting increased coordination and messaging. In a video by BLA, a Baloch Liberation Army female fighter updating Operation Commander from the battlefield. The recruitment of women represents a strategic and ideological evolution for the BLA. So this is a CNN News 18 mega exclusive that we're bringing for you right now. It's launched another operation. For more on this, we have Akanksha Swaroop live with us. Akanksha, thank you so much for joining me on the broadcast. What can you tell us?
Right. So these are inputs, in fact, brought to us by investigations editor Manoj Gupta. And what we can tell our viewers is that this is an ideological evolution for the BLA. It represents a strategic shift. Remember him. We are seeing the role that women have been playing in movements across the globe, whether it was Egypt and now currently Iran. So let's put this into context. Hawa Baloch's recruitment is directly tied to her father, Nabi Baksh, who had died in combat in 2021. So it's kind of a vengeance cycle which is being used as the primary recruitment tool by the BLA, remember, the Balochs also believe that if a male relative begins a fight for a cause, they have to complete the mission. They call it the Mayar. It's a traditional Baloch code of honor. The mission persons issue radicalize a segment of the female population. Women who spent years protesting for disappeared relatives without the success are targeted by these BLA recruiters. Now, they are done with peaceful protests, clearly. As far as Asifa Mengal, the other commander, is in fact an educated girl who was born in 2002. She's young. She's the face of, say, a Gen Z kind of a revolution within the BLA. And they're portrayed not as victims, but as conscious revolutionary actors. In a conservative society, more importantly, this is the BLA offering women a seat at the table, and by allowing them to be martyrs of Fidaiin, the group is saying or communicating this message that they are equal to men. A woman driving a vehicle,
Right.
which is the VBIED, towards a high security target like the ISI Noshki, creates a split-second hesitation in security guards, and it's indirectly leading to their victory.
Right, Akanksha, thank you so much for bringing us these inputs and for your perspective on this as well. For more on this, we're also right now being joined by Mr. Rabinder Sachdev, Foreign Affairs expert. Thank you so much for joining me on the broadcast. What can you tell us? What's your assessment of this?
Thank you. Pleasure to be with you. I mean, firstly, overall, it's a very audacious, attack, or a series of attacks is coordinated over a dozen locations across. So that's quite widespread, right? That's one. Secondly, the number of people killed, actually, that's also large, both sides. The Pakistan Army says that it has killed around 150 of these BLA, terrorists, as they would call them. In fact, they call them terrorists promoted by India, right? And the number of civilians which are killed is reported to be also around 50 or so. So the number of locations is large, very uncommon. The number of killings is uncommon at a higher, and also another first is the women. That women are taking up arms, and as you and your colleague were mentioning earlier, there are many nuances to women being portrayed, and they've taken all steps to kind of make it known to the world that this is what is happening, right? They've got those high-quality videos, etc., out there. So, again, in a conservative society, as you were saying, that, it's not only that the women are getting a seat at the table, but they're also shaming the men. That, come on, you need to also rise up against the enemy, that is Pakistan. Our women are taking up arms. More men should be recruited. So that seems to be the three layers which strike me from this series of, developments in Balochistan the last, 48 hours.
All right. Thank you so much for joining us on the broadcast with your perspective on this as well. And with that, we're going to slip into a very short break. But don't go anywhere. News and updates will continue on the other side. Stay tuned.